All right, and we are live with Southern Culture on the Skids here at the Pace Studio, downtown Atlanta, Georgia. Thank y'all for being here.
Oh, no worries.
Yeah.
Nice
sound
place.
check is, yeah, thank you. I hope the vibe is feeling good. I've loved sound check. I love having a cocktail drum set in here. Everything has been sounding really great. So we're thrilled that you're all here to play 4 songs from the grand legacy that is the band. You all have been around for quite some time. We can talk about that more as we go on. But Mary, Rick, Dave, thank you all for being here. And
Thanks for having us.
yeah, you're in town for a show tonight. Atlanta, at the Earl tonight. Don't sleep on that show. If you're looking for a good time, I guarantee it's going to be one.
It is going to be one. And we've got a song we're going to play right now off of the Electric Pine Cones. This song is called Freak Flag, and it was debuted at my son's elementary school.
Awesome.
And all I can say is the 5th graders loved it.
Awesome.
Come on and raise your freak flag high. Come on and raise your freak flag high. I give them something different. I give them something new. I give them something so that they remember you. Come on and raise your freak flag high. Come on and raise your freak flag high. Be true to what you feel inside. Don't let somebody else decide how to live your life. 'Cause everybody's different and everyone's the same. Be proud of who you are and how you play the game. Come on and raise your freak flag high. Come on and raise your freak flag high. Come on and raise your freak flag high. Be curious, be kind, and keep an open mind, and always respect yourself. The truth will always rise, and that's the greatest prize you could ever give yourself. All right. I give them something new. I give them something so that they remember you. 'Cause everybody's different and everyone's the same. Be proud of who you are and how you play the game. Come on and raise your freak flag high. Come on and raise your freak flag high. Come on and raise your freak flag high. Be curious, be kind, and keep an open mind. Be curious, be kind, and keep an open mind. You got to raise your freak flag high. You got to raise your freak flag high. Raise your freak flag high.
Raise it high.
For all the freaks out there,
Well,
we need you more now than ever.
oh, man. Well, from a couple of freaks back here to a few freaks on stage, thank you so much for that. It was, I'm not going to do that. I was going to say, well, that was freaking great. I was too late. So very cool thing that you've done recently with Bootlegger's Choice, which are 16 new recordings of classic Southern Culture on the Skids songs. You kept one original recording.
We did.
And we will hear that song in a little bit. I think that's the 3rd song we're going to hear today, so we can talk about that in a bit. What was that process like, and kind of what inspired you to do that? I know we were talking about it a little bit before, but
Well, you know, we owned the publishing of those songs, but because they were on Geffen Records or DGC at the time, they maintained basically the rights to the performances. And we'd have people like small films or you know, just people that wanted to use it on the internet or things like that, and we'd have to get permission, you know, from whoever owns the Geffen catalog these days. They're long gone. We're still a band, by the way.
Right.
But So we decided to re-record them so we would control both sides, right? There's two sides, the performance rights and the publishing rights. So now we re-recorded them, and now we own everything. So if people want to use it, they can just send us an email, you know.
Right.
And yeah, so
Right.
it's cool. It's very good. A lot of freedom. I think a lot of bands should do that.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
so a lot have.
Yeah, and you were saying that you've been able to get your music into a couple indie films and a couple other things, and yeah, that's great. That is super punk rock. To take it all back here.
Well, we've always kind of done our own thing, you know. I mean, we have our own studio, so we have the means to production, so we really don't need to depend on labels anymore.
Yeah.
And it's been great. We have our own label, too, you know, Kudzu Records.
Yep, yep. And that is the imprint in which Bootlegger's Choice has been released.
That's right.
Congratulations to you again on that.
And, you know, we really did. We actually got the original engineer that did Dirt Track Date and Plastic Seat Sweat to come up and do it with us in our studio. We recorded all the basics on a tape. That sounded great, you know. And when we did the vinyl of it, we made it a double record set. So each side is like, you know, about 15 minutes, right around 15 minutes. So the sound, the grooves are right, you know.
Yeah.
It sounds good.
Yeah, you're not cramming it all onto one 12-inch.
Yeah.
Are those 10s or 12s on the double disc?
Those are 12s.
Okay, cool, very cool. Yeah, well, that is awesome, and thank you for sharing some of those songs with us today. We got four out of the 17 on that record coming at us right now. So you all have been a band since the three of you have been playing together about 30 years. You originally formed in 1983. And you've outlasted, Geffen. You beat them. You did it. Yeah, and it shows that this is definitely who you are and what you want to be doing, and I love it. I love the sound. So the next track from a Halloween record called Zombified. Why don't you tell us a little bit about what we're going to hear next?
Well, we recorded this record actually in the basement of Mary's house, which is a scary place.
So scary.
Yeah, it was very scary. But we, you know, a lot of bands have Christmas records. Well, we have a Halloween record.
I think that's
one of the
cool.
songs off of it. And we haven't played this one really too much at all, but it's a very popular cut off the record.
Can't wait to hear it.
It's called Undertaker.
Mwah.
Right? When you ain't got no lovers around and you're feeling 6 feet underground, call me, 'cause I'm the Undertaker. And when you're feeling so sad and blue, cold like ice coming down on you, call me, 'cause I'm the Undertaker. Undertaker, I can take you away. Let me show you the rest of the way. You won't be lonely or feeling any pain. I give you love and go beyond the grave. And when those nightmares invade your dreams and your life ain't worth living, it seems, call me, 'cause I'm the Undertaker. Undertaker, I can take you away. Let me show you the rest of the way. You won't be lonely or feel any pain. I give you love that goes beyond the grave. And when those nightmares invade your dreams and your life ain't worth living, it seems, call me, 'cause I'm the Undertaker. Call me, 'cause I'm the Undertaker. Yeah, I'm the Undertaker. Yeah, I'm the Undertaker.
Yeah. You took me with you on that one. That was good. That was good. The next track sounds incredibly fun, and I've listened to it. I don't think I listened to any other version because that is the one that you retained on Bootlegger's Choice of the original recording. The Camel Walk.
Yeah. You know, the Camel Walk was total filler. Well, I shouldn't say that. We did a single on a rare single on Zontar Records out of Athens, Georgia. It was produced by from
Jeff Walls.
Jeff Walls.
From Guadalcanal
Our good friend
Diary.
Jeff Walls.
We love you, Jeff.
And
Shout outs.
Yeah, shout outs for Jeff Walls. And anyway, that was just a 45. And when we got signed to Geffen, we had just put out another record, and they wanted a bunch of songs, and we just didn't have some. So we decided we'd go back and re-record some of these songs. And the producer, Mark Williams, said, "Man, I always love that song, Camel Walk. Let's just redo it and put it on the record."
Print it, yeah.
So we redid it, put it on the record, and you know, the record was out for about a year before anybody really even noticed that one, because AAA radio was really popular at that time, and Voodoo Cadillac and Soul City were the two that we were pushing. But all of a sudden, some guy in Florida from some test market called up and said, "Man, I played that song Camel Walk, man, the phone's lit up." So, you know, Geffen's back. "You guys got to get out there, man. We need you on the road, man. You guys got to Camel Walk. It's happening." You know, we were very lucky. You know?
Nice.
So,
I'll
but anyway, that's the story.
All right.
And it really doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
That's fine. That's
But
fine.
Right. So it just kind of goes like this. Baby, will you eat that there snack cracker in your special outfit for me, please? This barren desert in search of truth and some pointy boots and a few snack crackers. Baby, you make me wanna walk like a camel. In charge here. Where's my captain's wafers? Don't go around hungry now. Oh, but would you eat that oatmeal pie? Makes me just wanna. Oh, baby, you make me wanna walk like a camel. Think there's any way I can get that there quarter from underneath your pointy boot, do you? Cause all I want is just one more oatmeal pie. Little Debbie, I'm coming on home, baby, cause you make me wanna walk like a camel. Santo has made an appearance, you know. That song was on the EP Santo Sings.
I thought you said Mary's Basement was scary. I don't know. I didn't see that coming.
Wait, I thought didn't Alan Alda mount Lily Tyler Moore in that movie during that song? Oh, sorry. Yeah.
I think you're
Flirting with
confusing the Monster
Disaster.
Mash with the TV show, man.
No. That song got put in a movie called Flirting with Disaster.
Ah.
Ben Stiller
And I believe there was some sort of like I don't know.
A romantic event?
A romantic
Kinky
event
sex between
happening while that was playing in the background.
Awesome.
Pretty cool.
Nice.
Pretty cool.
I hope crackers were also involved.
Yeah. We used to live on those, actually.
Right on. So, yeah, let's see. You all are from North Carolina originally and still, and that's where the studio is at. We were talking about just a moment ago, even when we were back nerding out about the equipment that we have here. And, yeah, now I know you had some thoughts earlier, Rick, about a stop you made along the way at a particular hall.
They call it a museum?
A museum. Famous
Just doesn't seem
famous people
appropriate.
museum?
Famous people, rich people museum.
Right, and there's a couple exclusions, right?
There is a couple exclusions, and I got a problem with that because Link Ray, who is from our state of North Carolina, who, I mean, if you talk to Jimmy Page, you talk to, Peter Townsend, you talk to those guys, they'll say, who is one of your favorite guitar players? Link Ray, right? He's the man. We got to play with him a little bit. He's a great guy, too. So, he's not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Who knows why? Maybe he didn't sell enough records. Of course, I think Rumble sold a lot of records. It's in a lot of movies. So, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
A lot of lawnmower
What's
commercials.
up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Link Ray, yes, this is our plea live to the internet right now. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Please think about it.
Yeah.
Link Ray is a
Think
legend.
Link.
Yeah, think Link.
Link.
Hashtag think Link. Like and subscribe. Speaking of the internet, where can we find out what you all are up to after this show tonight at the Earl? Where are you going next? How do we find out about that?
Probably
Dave's
the
our
Star
internet
Bar till
guy.
about
He's
5
totally
in the morning.
internet savvy.
All right, Dave.
Well, you can go to scotts.com, or you can find us on the Facebooks, or you can find us on the Instagrams, and we have a fan page on Facebook as well, like the official Southern Culture on the Skids fan page. I think that's the name of it. So, yeah,
That's the name of the band, right?
and the fan page, yeah.
I'm just
Give
kidding.
us a like out there.
It was a really hard time for a long time getting him to spell our name with all the right letters because
Right.
they'd run out of them on a marquee, A lot of upside down sort of, yeah.
A lot of Z's at the end.
Yeah. Hey, speaking of the internet yet again, I'd like to shout out to Allie Graham, who has made a comment recently on our live stream that this is awesome and have not seen you live since Charlotte, North Carolina, 23-ish years ago,
gosh.
and you're still amazing. And I am inclined to agree with that
Well,
statement.
that was probably
Allie,
at the
thank you for
Milestone.
watching.
That was probably at the Milestone Club.
Milestone Club. Allie, throw another comment in and let us know if that was the show in question.
There's
All right,
actually a
we're-
picture of that show in the Stomp and Stammer that we're on the front of.
Oh, right. Stomp and
here in
Stammer. We were just talking
Atlanta.
about that. Yeah,
I
Stomp and
tried to
Stammer.
check in last night.
Very cool.
So we want to take it out with our ode to Link Ray.
All right.
It's called Skull Bucket.
Perfect.
Dave, you ready?
Yep, 1, 2.
Skull
to Link. Link. Come on, ROF, listen to us right now. I hope you're tuning in. Oh, by the way, Allie confirmed that was the show.
Oh, my God.
That was the show 23-ish years ago. Maybe you guys can confirm the date, or maybe you don't want to. But
Well, if it was around Halloween, I remember we played there one time on Halloween, and I think somebody was giving out, like, hits of acid. at the
Uh-oh.
door.
you can say that on the internet here. It's totally fine.
But that's an old, it's in a residential neighborhood.
Got it.
Amazing. I mean, the first time we played there, we showed up. I don't think it was the time she saw us, but we showed up, and the guy, nobody was there to open it up. So I noticed there was a broken window, so I crawled in, and the owner was asleep in a sleeping bag. I thought he was a homeless guy, right? And I asked him where Bill was, and he goes, "Oh, I'm Bill. I'm Bill." And we didn't have a PA, right? So the guy, he said, "Oh, I thought you were bringing your own PA." So we went down to another club, the Double Door, actually, in Charlotte, and we borrowed one microphone, one mic cable, right? But they didn't have any mic stands to spare, so we actually taped it on the end of a broom handle and taped it onto a chair. We went across the street and found some tires. There was an old used tire place, and they had all the retreads out in the thing.
Yeah.
And we found enough because we found an old blown-out monitor under the stage, but it was holding the stage up on one side.
Oh, my God.
So we got some tires, and we pulled the monitor out, and we stuck it up on another chair, right? And they didn't have an amp, but I had an old custom 100.
Oh, yeah, with a K.
tremolo.
Was it like the
Yes.
tuck and roll, puffy
Yes,
diner
it was.
seat looking
It was
thing?
totally
Yeah,
tuck and roll.
I know that.
It was totally tuck and roll. The problem was the tremolo was stuck on, right? So, so that was our PA. And it
Holy
was
hell.
the greatest show ever. And we all kept getting shocked, right? Every time you'd even get close to the mic.
Yeah.
So the guy that was in the band at that time, he's not in the band right now, he took one of his socks off and put it on the microphone. And, I mean, you just didn't even want to get close to it,
So
right?
you weren't
Yeah, it
getting
was-
shocked for
yeah.
two reasons.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
yeah.
It was
It
just
wasn't to
yeah.
keep the electricity from passing, but to keep your distance.
But it was a great show, one of the best.
Oh,
you know?
man, that's amazing. That show
Yeah.
was not on Halloween.
Nope.
No,
that was-
okay.
that
I was going to say the
that was
broomstick
total
might
run
be
what you brung.
the broomstick might be fitting if it were. But wow, I mean, this has been just absolutely a blast.
Oh.
You guys, thank you so much for being here. Mary, Rick, Dave, this has been killer, and crush it tonight at the Earl. Yeah, if you're in town and you've got a moment, if you want looking for some fun, I think this is probably the ticket. So, thank you all again. Please come back another time. I can't wait to do this again.
Thanks, y'all.
All right.
Scots.com, Southern Culture and the Skids on Facebook.
Thank you.